Do you want to put a farm in a block? Do you want to put a mob farm in a block? Hello everybody, my name is Eros, and today we're checking out Mob Farm in a block. This is a brand new add-on that popped on the Minecraft marketplace, and it's currently 660 Minecoins. And when you log into your new or pre-existing world with this add-on, you'll be given this brand new guidebook that will tell you a little bit more about what's going on. Congratulations, you just made collecting mob drops a whole lot easier by adding Farm in a Block add-on to your world. Welcome to Farm in a Block Guide. Note, if you lose this book, don't worry, you can craft it again with a stone weight and a book. If you don't want all the details, it all starts with string and cobblestone to start your first net. Good luck. And if you want a few more details of how this add-on works, choose the topic from below the list and learn more about it. So yes, it has different nets, different farms, different upgrades, and how to get started. And it also has the recipes for the different items as well. So if we go to, for example, nets, we can click on net recipe and it'll show us all of the recipes. However, it is the one with just the letters, which is kind of confusing for my brain. So I did put a lot of the recipes on the screen, which we'll check out. So if that is difficult for you as well, hopefully what I set up will be useful for you. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started by crafting up some of the brand new items that we're going to need to start our brand new mob farms. And there are a lot of mobs that we can actually use. There's hostile mobs and friendly mobs. And I placed all the mobs kind of like right here just so we can get a nice visual of exactly how many mobs there are that we could use for these mob farms. And yeah, the list is quite a bit. Quite a bit of mobs can be used in these farms. So to get started, it talks about making these brand new items called stone weights. You're going to need some cobblestone and like a little plus sign to make some of these. So let's go ahead and do it right now. You'll get 64 of them for just 4 pieces of cobblestone. So that's a pretty good bargain right there. And we're going to make our first net. And this is going to be for passive creatures. You're going to need your brand new stone weights and some string in order to do that. So let's go ahead and grab some of these and make our first passive mob net. And with this net, you can collect any passive mob in the overworld and pick them up. Let's go ahead and collect up another sheep. There we go. We'll get this sheep now. And let's move on to the next one right here, which is going to be used with iron bars and string. And we're going to make a hostile mob net for the overworld. So you can collect any of the hostile mobs with these nets. And let's go ahead and make this like so. So we have our sheep in a cage, and now let's get a hostile mob. I should have some eggs right here that we can borrow to demonstrate this for demonstration purposes. Let's do a slime to start off with, and see if we can collect the slime in this net. So it doesn't work every single time. It does not work. Oh my gosh, where did the net go? There it is. So let's see. Okay, we got him. Nice. We got him. So now we have a slime in prison in our pocket. You can kind of have this as like little pocket pets too, if you're a little bit lonely in your world. And the next one we're going to make is going to be the nether hostile one, which is going to be used with blaze rods and iron fences. So let's go ahead and craft up one of these bad boys right here, right now. And let's see if we can test it out on another creature. And I should have some, let's see. Let's do zombified piglin and see if we can catch you. Nope. Let's see. There we go. We got you in prison. Life sentence. And the next net that you can make is going to be for the end mobs, which you're going to need ender pearls and bars in order to craft this one. So let's go ahead and craft this up, and we can go ahead and collect end creatures like the Enderman. So let's see. It's gonna be hard to get you. It's gonna be tricky. Oh no. We get you. So you threw the net. There we go. There we go. We got him. Nice. Now we got an Enderman in prison. So now we have some test subjects. Perfect for us. And we can go ahead and start using these for the brand new farms. So let's go ahead and learn how to make the brand new farms. So the passive one, which looks like this one right here, we're going to need a comparator, a repeater, a bunch of oak slabs or any slabs and a hay bale. And we can go ahead and craft up one of these like so. And this is going to be for passive animals. And I do have some set up over here, which have already been making a bunch of resources for us with a bunch of upgrades. So you can kind of get an idea of what you'll get. So with the pig, you'll get a bunch of pork chops and bottles of enchanting. With the sheep, we'll get the wool from the sheep, enchanting, and mutton. The cow will get beef, leather, and bottle of enchanting. Rabbits, you actually get rabbit's foot and the rabbit hide, and enchanting bottles too. And for mushrooms, I was kind of surprised. I thought I'd get mushrooms or something, but we just get raw beef and the enchanted bottles and some leather. So maybe we get mushrooms one day. I would like that. I want some mushrooms. But let's go ahead and test this out now. So we're going to put down this passive mob farm. Let's just do this one on the ground for testing purposes, just so you guys can kind of see how it works. You don't have to have it on top of a hopper, but it does make it a lot easier. But we'll go ahead and put our sheep in here. And then now our sheep lives in here, and over time, it's slowly going to start growing like a tiny little seed. And it's going to get bigger and bigger. And once it's reached its full size, you can go ahead and right click on it and get the resources from that. And then your sheep will continue to grow again. You can use upgrades for this to make this process easier and automated, but right now we don't have any of those upgrades. So I'll just show you kind of like in real time how it's growing. We'll come back to you in just a second, my sheep friend, once you're ready to be harvested and show everybody how that works. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and make another cage. Oh, you just want to be in a cage, don't you? This chicken's like, please, pick me. I want to be in a cage. Me. Maybe. Well, maybe one day you will get your wish. But we're going to go ahead and make this one now, which is going to be the hostile mob farm. In order to make this, you're going to need iron bars, repeater, comparator, a block of iron, and some tinted glass. And you can go ahead and craft this like so, and put a hostile mob in here that you got from the Overworld, which we have a slime that we can use. So I'm going to put this one right next to the sheep friend, so we can kind of see how that goes. And we'll put you in here. And now there should be a tiny little slime growing. Yeah, we can see a little slimy seed in the middle. And it'll slowly but surely start growing up nice and big and strong for us. So that is pretty cool to see. And the sheep is still growing, not its full potential yet, but one day it'll grow big and strong. And then next we're going to learn how to make a brand new item that's going to be used for another farm. This item is called reinforced tinted glass. We're going to need amethyst shards, a piece of glass, and some iron bars in order to make this. And this is the reinforced tinted glass recipe. And that is how we'll make that for some of the other farms. And let's go ahead and make one of these right now. So this one is going to be the hostile water mob farm. And there we go, hostile water mob farm. So any hostile water creatures you can go ahead and put in here. And for a hostile water mob, let's see if we can get this guardian in a net. See, it fails. So it is going to take some time, but we got it, just that one. So we got a trapped guardian, and now we can go ahead and put it in this new water farm right here. And slowly but surely, there'll be a little baby guardian that starts growing up like a little seed. We'll see it. But I think our sheep and our slime is ready. So if we go ahead and right click on these, we will get the items manually like so. And a new sheep will start to grow. So you don't have to keep refilling these with new creatures. Those will start growing automatically. And we got the slime as well. And that one should also start growing on its own. And I see, I think a tiny, yeah, I see a little baby guardian starting to grow in there. Very cute. And like I said before, there will be ways to automate this in the future, so you won't have to right click it all the time, but just getting started, you might have to do a little bit of right clicking. There's also a passive water little cage that we can make, which I didn't put the recipe out, but I'll show you how to make it now. We're going to need a comparator, a repeater, a bunch of glass panes, gravel, and a water bucket. So we can go ahead and make one of these for creatures like maybe like a little squid friend or something like that. And this is what this one looks like. And let's go ahead and put one of our little buddies in here. We should, yeah, we can use like squid or fishies or something like that. But let's go ahead and put a glow squid in there. Oh, so pretty. and get a passive mob net and see if we can catch this one. And it's gonna, there we go. And it inked! Oh my gosh, it inked. It inked. And let's go ahead and put this one right here. And then it should start growing. I want to see it. I like to see little seeds start. Yeah, there's a little seed. Really, really tiny right in the middle there. Little baby squidling. So cute. I love it. Okay. I like capturing creatures. Ooh, my skin just did a weird thing. And then we're going to learn how to make this net right over here, which is going to be the hostile mob farm for the nether creatures. You're going to need iron bars, redstone repeater, comparator, and another brick in order to craft this one up. And there we go. We have a hostile farm. And we can go ahead and put this one right here and put our zombified pigmen that we got earlier inside of this net. Like so. And we should. Yeah, little tiny baby zombified pigmen seed. So cute. Kind of. In a weird, crazy, psycho way. It's adorable. Now we're going to learn how to make blank upgrade parts so that we can make our farms even better. So we're going to have to make some brand new wires, which we're going to need gold nuggies in order to do that. Also a copper to go ahead and do this. So for the gold nuggets like this, you'll make 9 wires like so. And for 1 piece of copper, you'll make 16 wires like so. And once you have those, you can start making a blank upgrade part, which in addition to the wires, you're going to need 2 pieces of iron and a redstone block. So let's go ahead and craft up a blank upgrade part, and we're going to use these to make brand new upgrades. And there's a variety of different ones that we can actually make. The first upgrade we're going to make is one of the speed upgrades. So there's 3 different tiers of those, and you need to make the first tier to make the next one, and so on and so forth. So tier number 1, you're going to need sugar, redstone dust, iron blocks, gold block, and one of these blank upgrade parts in order to make this. So here is a speed 1, and this one will increase your farm just a little tiny bit. You can use your tier 1 one to make a tier 2 one like so, and you can use your speed 2 one to make a speed 3 one with a swiftness potion, redstone blocks, a block of netherite. So this one's going to be really expensive to get the speed 3. But it works really, really well. So let's go ahead and craft up one of these. And now we have speed 3. Let's go ahead and use speed 2 and speed 1 to kind of see the differences between the speeds with some of the farms that we already have going on. So we will, so let's see. I think these ones are ready. So we'll go ahead and harvest these so you guys can see how fast it kind of goes. So we'll put a speed 1 right here with the sheep. And you can see the icon kind of changed right there and moved up the screen piece up just 1. And this one should go up 2 right there. And then tier 3 will be this one will be the top tier like so. And then this one will grow a lot faster than a tier 1 or a tier 2. Kind of like so. So the higher it goes, the faster it goes. And you can see with no speed upgrade, it is pretty slow. So you'll probably want to upgrade to some speed when you can. Though speed 3 is pretty expensive, but I definitely think it'll be worth it if you want to have some fast farms. But let's see. Oh, that one's already ready. Nice. Yeah, speed 3. Definitely really fast. And these two are still brewing up, growing, and trying to get nice and big and strong. The next upgrades are going to be looting, and this will give you better loot for your items. So in order to make this, we're going to need lapis lazuli, paper, iron blocks, gold blocks, and blank upgrade part like so. And we can make a tier 1 like this. And to make a tier 2, you know the drill, we're going to need a tier 1. And we're going to need paper, lapis blocks, gold blocks, and a block of diamond to make this. And to make tier 3, we're going to need a tier 2 with blocks of lapis, blocks of diamond, more netherite. So you're going to have to be, up on your game, and a bookshelf to make a tier 3. And we can go ahead and put our tier 1. We'll put this one here, and you can see the icon moved. This one will move up 2. And this one will move up 3. So this one is a max farm right now with the upgrades that we put in, but there's still a couple more upgrades to do. But we should get better loot with this one, better loot, a little bit better with this one, and a little tiny bit better with this one. Now we're going to make the player kill upgrade, which there's only one type of upgrade for this, and this will give you player kill. So this was how you're going to get your bottles of enchanting from these farms, which is very, very nice. You're going to need a bunch of iron swords, some golden swords, and a diamond sword in the middle, and a blank upgrade like so, and make your player kill upgrade. Let's also make the last one as well, the last upgrade that we can make, which is going to be the harvest, auto harvest upgrade, which will be able to use the hoppers with your farms, which is actually really cool. So in order to do this, you're going to need hoppers, redstone repeaters, and one of these blank upgrade parts, and an observer. And we can go ahead and craft one of those and use these with our farms. So let's use the player kill here. So now we should get bottles of enchanting. Yeah, we got some bottles of enchanting. Let me get this. And then if we put the auto harvest upgrade, that means that we can now use it with a hopper, and the hopper has now been highlighted. Also the sword for the player kill. So if we use the hopper with this, it'll be able to suck up the items. So if we just put one down here, it should be able to, once it's ready, it'll auto harvest itself. See, it already worked, and put the items on here, and then obviously you put like chests on there to collect the items. And if we were to just do that with a hopper like this, the items won't get sucked down. It has to be with the, have the hopper icon highlighted with the auto upgrade. If that makes sense. So let's go ahead and check out some more farms over here. These farms have been running for quite a bit now, and you can see we got tons of resources. These ones have full upgrades on everything for the speed, and the sword, the hopper, and the looting. So these farms are very, very efficient farms. Pretty expensive to make, but once you get there, ooh, look at that, the sheep is doing the work. You get some pretty awesome farms. So let's go ahead and add some new creatures up in here. And I got some willing participants and some upgrade parts. So let's try chicken. There we go. We can put a chicken in here. Like so, and it'll start to grow, and then we can use some of these upgrade parts to make it even better, which I really like those. So I got speed 3, we got looting, we got player kill upgrade, and then we have auto harvest, which should work with these hoppers and move it automatically into these, which is really nice. And it goes really, really fast when you got speed 3, which I appreciate. You can also do like other animals like kitties and stuff. Sorry, kitty. Let's see if we can go ahead and collect you. He's hiding. He knows. He knows we're up to no good. There we go. We got a kitty. Trap Persian cat can now go in our trap. There we go. And we can give it some upgrades. And I wonder what you get from a cat. Maybe string? I think cats naturally have a chance to drop string if you were to kill one in survival. But yeah, we're already getting eggs, we're getting chicken and feathers, and some bottles of enchanting from this guy. And this kitty is about to be grown. I want to see what we get. I'm excited, kind of, in a weird way. In a sad, weird way. Yeah, we're getting string from that too. Oh no, I hate it. And let's set up another one for a skeleton. So we're gonna need a hostile mob farm for the overworld. I'm gonna put some special upgrades in here to make it maxed out. And then we have a skeleton spawn egg. Ooh, it's gonna burn to death, but let's use our net. Hopefully we can get it. Get this hostile one. You're gonna burn to death. Let me catch you. There we go. We got him. And now we can go ahead and put the skeleton in here. And look how fast it is. I love how fast it goes with the upgrades. It's also sitting down too, so some of the bigger, taller creatures will actually like sit down in there. Just sit and relax in their cages, you know, as you do. Really cool. Yeah, I definitely like this one. I feel like this add-on goes really well with farming pots, which works in a similar way but with like crops and plants. So you could totally get both of them together and have a nice little setup going on with all different types of things. Let's try it. Let's see. Let's do a ghast. Let's see if a ghast will work. We're gonna need a hostile nether one. And we're gonna need another net. And also, yeah, I have this wither in here for— oh man, look at that! This wither has been in here for a while. We already got 11 wither skull heads. Also a bunch of these swords. So yeah, you're gonna want to have like some better chest situation here to get more loot. Oh my gosh, it's really nice. So yeah, you can definitely summon the Wither a lot easier with this, which is really cool. But let's see if we can get a ghast. Oh man, first try. Perfect. And we can put a ghast up here, like so. Let's put the ghasty in there and it'll slowly start growing, but we're gonna use our upgrades and upgrade those up. It'll be super fast. And we'll get some special loot from this. But yeah, I really like this add-on. I like the way it works. If you wanted an easier way to get resources without just straight up going into creative, at least you can do this and do something a little bit like that. I definitely want to use it with farming pots as well. We got ghast tears. Ooh, we could make so many happy ghasty babies. Craft our own. Let me show you farming pots if you browse. They're not made by the same people, I don't think, but definitely the same idea. And I want to make, yeah, farming pots. Very similar. But this is used with crops and plants and stuff, so you can get your mobs and your crops and plants if you have these two together with the powers combined. Very exciting. But yeah, I definitely like this add-on if you wanted an easier way to get resources. If you don't want to get an easier way to get resources, obviously you probably wouldn't like it, but if you like it, then yeah, I really enjoy it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comment section below. I'll also have some other videos on the screen right now. I make tons of video on Minecrafty stuff, and I would love to see you on another adventure. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in another video. Bye!